Good day, everyone. Today we'll be discussing leadership and decision making. Leadership is on an effective leadership cannot exist without full inclusion, initiative, and cooperation of employees. So this means that leadership is not a one-on-one effort. A leader must actively involve employees in decision making, encourage participation, and value their ideas. So when employees feel included, they become more motivated and committed to organizational goals. So it is also stated that one cannot be a great leader without great followers. So this highlights the importance of teamwork. So a leader's success depends on the willingness of followers to support, cooperate, and perform their roles effectively. So leadership therefore is a relationship rather than a position. So according to Benisa Thomas, one of the most reliable indicators of true leadership is an individual's ability to find meaning in negative events and to learn from even the most trying circumstances. So this means that um, true leaders do not give up during crisis. So instead, they view challenges as opportunities for learning and improvement. So next are the importance of leadership. First, making an organization successful. So leadership plays a critical role in achieving organizational success. So a leader sets goals, motivates employees, and ensures that everyone works toward the same direction. For example, in a local government unit, a proactive mayor who prioritizes transparency and efficiency can significantly improve public service delivery, resulting in better trust from citizens. Second, the art and process of influencing people. So, leadership is the art of influencing people and not forcing them. So, leaders inspire others to willingly perform their task and responsibilities. Third, organizational culture is developed and not forced. So, good leadership develops organizational culture naturally. So, values such as integrity, teamwork, and accountability are practiced and modeled by leaders and not imposed. Fourth, effective and open communication. So, leadership ensures that communication within the organization is open, clear, and effective. So, this can prevent misunderstandings and promotes trust. Fifth, builds shared vision, objectives, and strategy. So leaders unite people by creating a shared vision and clear objectives. So this helps employees understand their roles and how their work contributes to the organization's mission. Six, provides strategic direction. So leadership provides direction by setting long-term plans and strategies. So leaders ensure that daily activities align with the organization's future. And lastly is to create an environment for growth and employee satisfaction. So, effective leadership creates a positive work environment where employees feel valued, motivated, and satisfied. So, this leads to professional growth and lower employee turnover. Next, functions of leadership. So, we have here several functions of leadership. First, initiating action. So these are starting tasks and activities. Second, motivating employees. So encouraging people to give their best. So third, providing guidance, showing how tasks should be done. Fourth, building confidence, making people believe in themselves. And fifth, building morale, encouraging cooperation and teamwork. Six, creating a healthy work environment. And seven is ensuring coordination between individual and organizational goals. So, for example, a team leader in a local government unit motivates employees by recognizing good performance, providing guidance during difficult tasks, and ensuring teamwork during project implementation.
Moving on to the leadership studies, we have the Iowa Leadership Studies. So the purpose of this study is to examine effects of leadership styles on group behavior. So we have three leadership styles studied in this Iowa leadership. So the first one is authoritarian. So the leader controls decisions. So the leader praises or criticizes individually. So this is very directive. So no group participation allowed, and the group reactions are either aggressive or apathetic. The democratic, it encouraged group discussion and decision making. So the leader is friendly and is objective when giving feedback. So it produces the most balanced behavior. So it is neither extremely aggressive nor apathetic. And the third one is the laissez-faire. So the leader provides complete freedom and it has minimal guidance. So it produced the highest number of aggressive acts. The second one is the Ohio State Leadership Studies. So the method used in this study is the Leader Behavior Description Questionnaire, and the goal of this is to understand what leaders actually do and not what makes them good. So the factor analysis identified two main leadership dimensions. So the first one dimension is the initiating structure or the task oriented. So it focuses on goals, roles, tasks, organizations. It is similar to military command functions. And the second one is consideration or the people oriented. It focuses on relationships, trust, respect, and employee needs. Last on the list is the Michigan Leadership Studies. So the purpose of this study is to identify effective supervisory practices. So the study setup is that it is conducted at Prudential Insurance Company, and they compare high producing and low producing sections, and they interview supervisors and clerical workers. So under the findings of this study, the high producing supervisors are more employee centered. So they care for workers, encourage participation, and build good relationships. And the second one is the low producing supervisors, which are the production centered. So they focus only on tasks, and the opposite traits of high producing supervisors.
So next is the traditional theories of leadership. So the three theory of leadership. So leaders were believed to be born and not made. So early research was inclusive. So intelligence was consistently linked to leadership. So modern revival using big five personality traits like extraversion, consciousness, openness, low neuroticism, and agreeableness. Next is the from traits to states and skills. So leaders can be developed through state-like positive behaviors like hope, optimism, resilience, and emotional intelligence. So skill-based model, technical, conceptual, and human skills. Third is the leadership competencies like drive, integrity, intelligence, emotional intelligence, etc. Next theory is group and exchange theories. So it is based on social exchange principles. So leaders must provide more rewards than burdens. So followers influence leaders as much as leaders influence followers. So it highlights the importance of followership skills. Next is leader member exchange or LMX theory. So leaders develop different relationships within each subordinate. So in group, it receives trust, support, and resources. On out group, it receives formal supervision. So the high quality LMX is better performance, satisfaction, and responsibility. Next is the contingency theory. So leadership effectiveness, it is matched between style and situation. So situational favorableness depends on first leader-member relation, second task structure, and third position power. So different situations require different leadership approaches. Then last traditional theory is the path goal theory. So leader influences motivation by clarifying the path to goals. So four leadership styles are the directive, supportive, participative, and achievement oriented. So leaders adapt styles depending on subordinate characteristics and work environment. Next is the modern leadership theory. So charismatic leadership. It is a throwback to the old conception of leaders as being those who by the force of their personal abilities are capable of having profound and extraordinary effects on followers. So the characteristics of charismatic leadership or self confidence, strong vision, high expectation, and use of personal example. So followers shows strong loyalty, identification with leader's mission, and emotional commitment. Next is transformational leadership theory. So transformation leaders, it inspire and motivate, develop followers into leaders, encourage innovation, provide vision and idealize influence, focus on long-term change, and more effective than transactional in most contexts. Next is the substitutes for leadership. So certain factors make leadership unnecessary or ineffective. So for the experienced and skilled employees, insti- instrins- intrinsically satisfying jobs, highly structured tasks, strong organizational rules. So these act as substitutes or neutralizers of leadership. Next is the authentic leadership. So the characteristics of authentic leadership are self-awareness, transparency, moral and ethical behavior, future-oriented, genuine and trustworthy, focused on developing followers, and rooted in positive psychology. Last is the abusive leadership. So abusive leaders, it dominates to serve self-interest, manipulate others, use erratic or cruel unkind behavior. For example, verbal hostility, discouraging creativity, and non-contingent punishment.
So, hello everyone. I am Farideya P. Pusaka and I will be talking about decision making and its importance. So, first, let us know what is decision making. Decision making is choosing among alternative courses of action, including action or inaction. So, decision making is also a process of choosing the best option, and it is also done when you have more than one option to choose. And I think decision making is also choosing the best the best option among the choices that has given to you. Okay, so now let us proceed to the importance of decision making. We have six functions or importance of decision making. Six. So first is the pervasive function. The pervasive functions has three three levels of managers. First is the top manager, middle managers, and the lower level managers. So the pervasive function happens everywhere, and the top managers is the one who makes the big decisions like planning and organizing, and then we have the middle managers who makes the tactical decisions like dividing some works and assigning tasks to other employees. And then lastly we have the lower level managers which makes daily decisions like doing schedules and magbibigay rin siya ng mga schedules sa mga ibang employee. Next, we have the indispensable component. So the indispensable component of management is the basic part of management, which if without decision making, you cannot manage anything without making decisions. And the indispensable component is decisions that affect every function of the management. And then the third one is the evaluation of managerial function, which helps how good the managers which helps to determine how good the managers are. Like, if they have a good decisions, and malalaman din kung ayun, may mga kwan ba sila, good decisions or bad decisions na ginagawa. If kasi halimbawa pag nakita na sa isang manager yung kwan, bad decisions, puwedeng hindi ma-achieve yung goal na kinakamit ng isang organizations. Also, decision making is used to measure yan, how good the manager is. Yan, malalaman dito ang katangian ng isang manager, which is by decision making. And number 4, we have the selection of best alternatives, which helps choose the best option. Dito sa evaluation, madidetermine kung gaano kagaling. While dito naman sa selection is choosing the best option. Yes. If there are many choices, the decision making helps choose the best and most suitable one to reach the organization's goal. Ayan, magde-decide ang bawat isa at pipiliin nila kung sino ba ang hahawak or hahandle sa organization para ma-achieve yung goal nila. And then we have the plans and policies. Starts with decisions or the plans and policies. Establishes plans and policies pala. So the number 5 of the function of or the importance of decision making is the one na nagsasabi na before an organization can act, they must first do or determine kung what they want to achieve and what steps to follow. And the last one is what rules to create. So these three are the kailangan kailangan nila ma-determine kung paano nila ma-achieve yung goal na gusto nilang i-achieve. So ayan, may kasabihan tayo. May kasabihan na decision making is a starting point of planning. Kailangan mo na mag-decide bago magplano. So, kailangan malaman mo na yung tatlo na yon. And then, lastly, we have the successful operation. Ensures successful operations. So, the last one helps a business run smoothly because, we know naman business faces a lot of problems. So, ayan, good decision making helps us or helps the business, mga business persons na ma-solve ang kanilang mga problems quickly and correctly if you do the decision making rightly. So, as we may know, managers are the ones who leads the employees or the organization to reach their goals or what they're trying to reach. So, ayan, ipapasok natin ang leadership and decision making. So, leader must make decisions daily, use appropriate decision making frameworks, and consider impact on subordinates and encourage participation and empowerment. And lastly, use a critical thinking and good judgment. So, ayan, leaders make decisions all the times kasi alangan, they are the one who leads, 'di ba, sa the organizations para ma-reach or kahit saan man, basta once a leader, they are the one who makes, or they are part of the people that makes the decision to what to do, and they also make decisions all the times. Kahit maliit man yan or malaki, kung ano ang napagdesisyonan ng isang leader, it can affect the organization. So, kailangan maingat sa paggawa ng decisions. And then, we have here the 4 decision-making style or the style of decision-making. Pareho lang din, pero binaliktad ko lang. So, first we have 4C siguro ito. O, 4C, tandaan nyo yan. So, first we have the command style, which fast, decisive, and crisis useful. Nabasa ko lang na dito sa command style, leaders decides alone without asking the team or the other employees para kung ano ang gagawin. While dito naman sa collaborative style, leaders ask the team for opinions, but kahit gi-ask ng leader yung mga team niya for opinions, si leader pa rin ang magde-decide kung ano ang final decision. So, collaborative inputs ay involves input from team. Ayan, di ko nabasa. Sorry. And then, number 3, we have the consensus, which is voting-based and democratic. As you may know, alam naman natin ng democratic, lahat ay boboto or magde-decide kung sino or kung ano ang gagawin. Ayan. And then lastly, we have the convenience style, which is delegated decisions and empowering. So, dito sa last style na to is the leader lets someone else decide because siguro first may trust sila doon sa isang employee, and second, nakakatulong din ito mag-save ng time lalo na kapag sa critical na oras or kailangan talaga mag-save ng time. Yan, nakakatulong ito. And then it also, I think, trains the employees or the other subordinates. Subordinates ba? Basta, the other employees to the organization to, decide on their own para alam nila kung ano ang dapat nila gawin.
Now let's proceed to the types of decisions. So program versus non-program decisions. So program decisions is a routine and repetitive. So decision rules apply. So for example, free dessert for complaints. Non-program decisions is unique and important. So it requires analysis and judgment. Levels of decision making. 1. Strategic decisions. It is long-term direction. It is made by top management. Second is tactical decisions. It is how to implement strategies. Made by middle management. Third, operational decisions. Daily operations or done by the employees. Kumbaga, ang strategic decisions, ito na yung mga CEO directed by the CEO or chief ministers, prime ministers. And tactical decisions, ito na yung mga managers. Like, for example, the head of the department. Head of the department. And operational decisions, ito na yung mga empleyado in a department, like employees na yun. Next, making rational decisions. A rational decision-making model. It describes a series of steps that decision makers should consider if their goal is to maximize the quality of their outcome steps. First is to identify the problem. Siyempre, hindi ka makakapag-decide, hindi kayo makakapag-provide ng options kung hindi nyo alam kung ano yung punot dulo ng problema. Second is establish criteria. Third, weight criteria. Fourth, generate alternatives. Fifth, evaluate alternatives. Six, choose best alternative. Seven, implement decision. And eight, evaluate outcomes.
Next topic is making good decisions or bounded rationality model. So what is bounded rationality? So it is developed by Herbert Simon. It recognizes that humans cannot evaluate every possible options because of first, limited time, second, limited information, and third, limited mental capacity. So bounded rationality comes from satisfy or suffice, means choosing the first option that meets the minimum requirements instead of the best possible option. So it saves time, effort, and mental energy. This topic is making intuitive decisions or intuitive decision making model. So what is intuitive decision making? So it is making decisions without conscious or step-by-step reasoning. It is based on experience, pattern recognition, and expertise. So not guessing, it is fast thinking built from years of experience. So how common is it? So 89% of managers use intuition sometimes and 59% use it often. So why intuition is used? So managers and experts face high pressure, time limits, and uncertainty. And also fast changing environments and high risk situations. So they don't have time for a long analysis. So that's where intuition becomes essential. So why novices cannot rely on this intuition? So of course, they lack experience since bago pa lang naman sila sa field na ganito. So they don't have enough past patterns stored in memory and they need structured rational decision making first.
Last, making creative decision making process. We have here the 5 steps. First step is problem identification. Second, immersion. It is to gather information, facts, opinions, past experience. Third, incubation, subconscious reflection. Fourth, illumination or moment. Fifth is the verification and application. It is test and implement solution. Creativity leads to innovation. Ika nga nila. And that's the end of our presentation. Any questions will be entertained for our next meeting. Thank you.